Let's get into it today. I'm going to show you the exact key confluences I look for during every live trading session on my Discord and how we are winning these plays, right? I'm at around usually a 60 to 70% win rate, just to keep it honest with you guys. But that allows you to become a profitable trader. And I'm actually going to show you a live trade towards kind of the middle end area of this video so you can exactly see the live trades that are happening in the Discord. I realize I cover a lot of replays of my videos, but they're basically recaps of our live trading sessions. So let's get into it here. And the first confluence I am really looking for here are trend line breaks. These are very important. Now, you may be asking, how do I draw a trend line? I remember when I was first starting out trading, I was very confused about how all these traders knew exactly where to place their trend lines. It comes with practice, like everything else. So you need to practice whether you're doing replays or backtest sessions or you're hopping on the charts, maybe not even taking a trade, but just watching the charts. Practice how to draw trend lines. Usually you want 2 to 3 points to be hitting that trend line. And some people will draw trend lines in a zone kind of box area. Some day traders will draw it wick to wick, and some day traders will actually draw it candle to candle and miss the wicks. So I prefer wick to wick scenario, but that is me. So I am going to show you quickly, and this was a great question in the group this morning, but how to draw trend lines. So you're basically looking for points that stick out. So as we can see here, I like the wicks. So we have some wicks kind of sticking out in this overall trend, right? Trend, 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 okay? And when you're seeing these areas hit more and more, typically it means it wants to eventually break. So we have these kind of key wicks sticking out that I circled here, right? 1, 2, 3, okay? So you'll see how perfect these wicks hit this trend line. 1, 2, 3, okay? We fail, right? We came all the way up here, failed to break this trend line, and then what do we see? Just kind of tapered back downwards, which this would have been an excellent short play. And I'm going to show you 5 additional confluences in this video I look for. You only really need 3, right? If you're stacking up too many confluences, chances are you're going to be missing out on trades and things like that. So I like to just see 3, and I'm fine with that. But people have their preferences, right? Every day trader is a little bit different on what they want to use in their charts. So that's why I try to tell you guys these things. So we also have kind of a bottom range here too, right? We could draw. So we have this trend line. Look how many times it hit back there. Wick through, wick through, wick through. We got another wick here. And then what we finally see? Trend break. A nice trend break. This area was not nice to us, right? When you're live trading, you'd be like, oh, it's coming back up. But once we kind of saw this trend break here, this big bearish candle, we could potentially even look for a short play. So our trend break is really the first thing we're looking for. We're looking for these trend breaks to happen. And these are how you draw these trend lines, right? Let's do a long example really quick. We've been short a lot the past couple of days, except today. We had a nice trend break today. So moving down here, we saw this trend break live this morning. So sometimes I like to hop down to the minute time frame here, and we can better match these up. We got 3 points kind of sticking out to me here, right? It's not always going to hit exactly perfectly with what you draw. You can get it pretty dang close. We got 1, 2, 3. And what did we see? We saw it try to come down. It tried to retest towards the bottom. We got some heavy wicks in, right? On the 1 minute, 1 minute, tried to come down again. This is hop to the 5-minute time frame, and this is going to look probably a lot different. We're looking at wicks on the 5-minute. So you want to hop to a 5-minute time frame, and you can see that these are just wicking through this trend line, even retesting this trend line. So a lot of trend line traders, they'll set their buy orders there. So maybe we got a nice kind of little higher high on the 1 minute. So as you can see here, we retested the trend line. Like I said, a lot of people will place buy orders on this trend line and try to shoot for a long. If you move to that 1 minute, right, I'm usually scalping on the 1 minute time frame. I am a scalp trader, not a swing trader. So I'm usually looking to get in and out of my trades anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. But you'll see we are starting to make some, right, changes of character here, some breaks of structure on the 1 minute. So these are all kind of market structure as well, where you're getting those higher lows in, right? We did a little bit of a dip down, but these were all just wicks on the 5-minute. And then we shot right back up. Okay, so these are trend breaks, and you're looking for those trend breaks, especially during a market open session, to take place. Now, you do have to wait for those candle closes on the 5-minute. It does feel like forever in the trading world, right? Waiting for those 5 minutes to come up. But with those trend breaks, you can see we got a nice pop up once we hit those trend breaks. So those are how you are drawing trend lines. Same with what's going on right now. Even later, we got a point here. We got another point here. You can draw a trend, right? 2 points. Trend, shot right through this. If I saw this big bear candle coming through this, I'd be looking to draw my fib, looking for entry at 0.618, get out at 1.272. There's your trade. So those trend breaks are going to be key when you're looking to see if it's a good position to take, short or long, right? For breaking to the downside, we want to take a short. For breaking to the upside, breaking that trend, we're looking for a long. Okay? So that's the first kind of key confluences I'm looking for. The next one I already touched on, but it's general market structure here. Very important in trading. We want to see general overall market structure, meaning higher highs, higher lows for longs, or lower highs, lower lows for shorts. For instance here, we have higher lows coming into effect. We have higher highs coming into play. Another higher high, we got a pretty strong wick up here, so we got this. And then we completely flipped, right? Now we have a lower high, a potentially lower low coming into take place, and then we just taper downward. Now we're coming back, right? So this is general overall market structure as your key second confluence here, guys. Okay, key second confluence. Our third confluence, very important, EMA cross on the 20 and 50, all right? So the 20 and 50 are key on crypto trading here, all right? I use them on Bitcoin, on Solana, on the other altcoins I have kind of listed over here. AVAX, Ethereum, Atom, right? BNB, Tron, Link, Mana, you name it. But 20, 50, 200, even the 100 EMA are very key when we're looking at the charts. And why are they key? I went over this in my last video. I went over a complete EMA video, but they're key because you'll see how well this white line here is the 20 EMA. You'll see how well it holds that 20 EMA, right? And a lot of times you'll get a pullback into the 50 EMA. If you're not strongly breaking through it, it tried to and fail, then we're probably still going to be coming down, right, for the short. The 50 EMA here is this blue line. Now, a stronger pullback would be the 100 EMA, and I'll pull this up for you guys so you can see where this hit. This is the 100 EMA here. But this thin blue line, look, touched perfectly. This is a stronger pullback. A lot of people, like I said, will set their stop losses above these EMAs. So 100 EMA is probably the strongest pullback that we'll see if we don't touch that 200. So pull back to the 100. A lot of people will take trades there, have a nice risk-reward ratio set up for them to take that, and then they'll take their profits at a lower area, right? We hit a double bottom, pushed back up, and then fell yet again. So 100 EMA is key as well, and this indicator is just called EMA 20, 50, 100, 200. It pulls up all those same EMAs for you. You can tick off whichever ones you like or don't like, but usually we're looking for pullbacks into those areas. So if we see a trend break and across, so this morning, here's exactly what we saw for the salon trying to flip New York. We had, right, a 2050, this blue and white line here, a 2050 EMA cross, one confluence. Second confluence, I already pointed out here, we had our trend break and trend retest, second confluence. Our third confluence, right? You only need 3 confluences. I'm going to go over 2 more with you so you can pick and choose which 3 confluences you like. But our third confluence, general overall market structure. Higher lows, higher highs, right? Way higher high, even off this high, even off this high here. So your next step, you see these 3 confluences, 2050 EMA cross, trendline break right here, trendline break retest, and our higher lows and our higher highs on the 5-minute time frame here. Next step, I'm drawing my Fibonacci out to find entry and take profit. So it can be as simple as this. Swing high to swing low. I'm always looking to enter at the 0.618 here. Entry, right? This one only came down to 0.786. Sad day, mistrade, right? I think you're going to have mistrades, but I usually hate hitting the top area. It's not as good of a risk reward ratio for me. You want to keep your risk reward ratios in place. We did end up shooting up quite high, but I just prefer the 0.618. But you'll see, even the 0.786, that's a nice support level, right? We had a wick going through here for support. So that could be another key kind of area to take entry there if you're seeing the support levels kind of hold and bounce there. So that would be something else to look at for your entry. But usually I'm looking for entry at 0.618, which we failed to make today. But check it out. Once we have those three confluences, we're looking to take profit where? Any one of these lines. You guys can split your quantities up, take profit at separate levels. You can take profit all at one level and match it with a support or resistance area. But here's your take profit prices. This is up to you how you want to trade. This is just what I'm showing you. So you'll see here, we have a key resistance level here. We got this dump from Sunday night, this key liquidity area. We have this kind of key resistance, these wicks almost touching that 1.618. I was looking pretty heavily at 1.618 as well as the 2 and 2.272 level. 2.272, right? We have a big resistance area here, even a wick right there. So these are all the things you want to be looking at to see where these fib lines are coming into. So you'll see this kind of right area here, this resistance area. And we'll see exactly what happened today. So failed, right? There's our 1.272, and then we just came back down. Okay. So pretty key that we made it to 1.618. We missed 2 by a hair. So sometimes if I'm trading Solana, right? Depends what coin you are trading. But if I'm trading Solana, sometimes I'll set my price. I wouldn't even made it here, but 10 cents below. So instead of 131.61, I'd put my take profit at 131.51. So it still missed my take profit, which would have been annoying. But that is what we saw today. So had you just kept it simple, set your take profit at 1.272, got in, right? Missed my entry today, but got in at 0.618. It's what I'm normally looking for. Stop loss, 1.618. I'm usually matching up with a fair value gap candle, which happened to be, and a fib line. This candle here, we draw right between these 3 candles. Here's our bullish fair value gap. So right below the 0.5 line would have been your stop loss area. That's still a nice 4 risk reward ratio. Usually, typically the plays are going to be in that 2 to 4 range. Every once in a while you can hit even better 8. I've seen 18 risk reward. Depends how, greedy you're feeling, right? Sometimes it's just better to take your profits. But we're usually putting our stop loss below a fib line that matches up with a fair value gap candle, which is this candle right here, this wick area. And give it some breathing room, right? If it matches up with a fib line like the 0.5 here, bam, stop loss. Didn't hit our entry today, but this is exactly what we're looking for. Now, could you try to write it up to 1.618 since we're in a nice kind of move? Then you'd be at 6 risk reward ratio. So this is all we're looking at. Now, the other 2 confluences. I just went over 3 confluences. The trend break, the EMA cross, and overall market structure. Shorts, we want lower lows, lower highs. Longs, we want higher lows, higher highs. Now, what are the other key confluences I look at? One is the RSI, and my lovely RSI here. Now, if I was looking at a long here, I want to be looking at the RSI to see if there's anything to go against my trade, meaning a bearish divergence could be that we're overbought on the 5-minute, right? I tend to kind of, most of the times, ignore if we're in a good place, right? If we got the other 3 confluences in play, which we did have here, right? We were overbought, but we didn't really have a bearish divergence going on. We were just overbought, and I was watching Bitcoin at the same time. Bitcoin's RSI looked fine with no bearish divergences. We were just overbought as well. Bitcoin came down, tapped almost the halfway point and then came back up, right? You can get overbought a couple of times, even 3 times. So as long as I don't have a bearish divergence going against my play, I'm okay with taking that trade. So that's what we want to be looking out for. Even if we come back to this little part here, I wouldn't be taking a long here necessarily. One, because we don't have a 2050 EMA cross here. We're still in an overall higher downtrend. And we got a bearish divergence. That would be excellent for a short play though. So same thing here. If that short trade we just looked at, we got a bullish divergence. So this is going down while this is going up. This goes against our short trade theory. So this could come up higher than we like and stop us out. Usually I'm waiting for these to play out and then waiting for a possible 5-minute bearish fair value gap to form before taking on another short trade. So I would wait personally when I'm seeing those divergences. We got a 5-minute bearish fair value gap there, perfectly wick through, right? Wait for this bullish divergence to play out. You're still in an overall downtrend. And you'll see, back to trend breaks. Tried to break through and failed. We instead had our bearish fair value gap. We tried to get across on the 2050 EMA, so this one may have been a bit confusing had you been live trading this. But you definitely want to be looking at overall market structure. We have a high, we have lower highs going on here, we have lower lows going on here. All right, just the overall market structure, you're trying to fight the trend, so I'd still be looking, the trend is your friend, so I'd still be looking the downward way. So trend breaks, that is exactly how you draw trend lines. Try to connect them, right? Wick to wick. I'll go back here a little bit. So this is how I draw this. And then I'll show you a live trade we took in the Discord. You can see it step by step, but something like that, right? Retest. Shall we see if we got a lawn anywhere? This is a choppy lawn. I wouldn't like this, but something like that. It's not even very good trend break. I don't like this chop. Chop areas I would avoid, right? Imagine hitting this trend break. Just freak out. Probably draw it somewhat with these wicks. Kind of cutting through, cutting through. Oh, once you see that bearish candle, 2050 EMA cross, right? The blue and white line. We got lower highs, making a lower low off this low. And our bearish fair value gap here. This one you would probably have to mark it in. But bearish fair value gap, right? What's our RSI saying? Dang, we're already really oversold, but no bullish divergence, right? No bullish divergence on Solana here. We're looking good. Bet you Bitcoin looked good as well there. Bitcoin I'm usually following along at the same time as Solana. So here they are, the 5 key confluences I look at when we are live trading in the Discord group. But we have a trend break, right? This is very key. We want a nice bullish or bearish candlestick coming through that trend line. So make sure you guys know how to draw trend lines. I showed you a little bit how to, but it's going to come with practice like anything else in life. You guys need to practice these things in order to get better. It took me a few years to become profitable in trading. This does not happen overnight. All right, so we have our trend breaks. We have our EMA cross. EMAs are very key. A lot of people place stop losses above those EMAs even, or buy sell orders on those EMAs. Market structure. We always want to watch the market structure, our higher highs, higher lows for longs, or lower lows, lower highs for shorts. Now, like I said, we only need 3 of these key confluences. Pick your poison, wherever you guys like to watch on the charts. I had a great question in the group today. I don't like the RSI. I like the MACD. Great, go use the MACD. I just like the RSI better. You guys are going to find out what you like as a trader. So there's nothing wrong with the MACD versus the RSI. They show divergences as well. Key confluences. The last 2 are fair value gaps and our RSI. We want to make sure that we have a bullish or bearish fair value gap going with our overall trend. And our RSI, we want to make sure we're not getting a bullish or bearish divergence that could get a bigger pullback than what we would have liked, maybe even hitting our stop loss that's going against the trend. So if we were long and we see a bearish divergence on that RSI, we maybe want to think about waiting until it plays out because you don't know how strong of a pullback it's going to be there. So these are key confluences to look at here. Now I'm going to show you really quick a live trade we took in the Discord group so you can see exactly how it plays out and exactly what we're looking at when we are live trading. Oh, break the trend, Bitcoin. Break it. Check out Bitcoin. Woo! Can we do it? Can we break this freaking trend? Triple bottom? Would you guys be surprised if it hit my 1.272? Or not really? Not really. Overall trend. Kind of did a double top up here, don't we? Check the RSI. Nothing really on the RSI, right? But
It
kind of
also
hit.
rejected. Didn't even go close to the trend line that drew.
Oh, damn you, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Breakthrough. Breakthrough. But, right? Resistance level here, okay? All the way across. And that matches up with our 50 EMA. We're going to do a triple bottom now, B. Because that's what the chart likes to, do to me. Bitcoin can't even break this trend line, Bitcoin. This is a terrible break. What a big old red candle. Past this guy. Be a nice lower low, wouldn't it? Lunch is coming. We're hitting 10:30. We're hitting a key time. Good call, JC. Right? Ah, you bought 0.618. That'd be good. I'm tired of this trade though. I want to be out at 1.27, not at 1.272. I'd prefer 1.618, so I really refuse. I'm just trying to keep it easy here for you guys. Okay. I mean, I'd prefer 2 to be honest, but we're hitting almost 11 a.m., so, we're getting a little bit riskier here with New York's time. Had to come back down to it, but key levels for you guys today. Does not want to play the game today with me, huh? Ooh, kind of nasty. Think 87,000? Huh. I hope so. I'm tired of this trade. Some more charts for you guys if you want to download, take a look. What to look out for today? Oh, for the love of God, hit 1.272. I hope you do enjoy those confluences. Guys, if you are interested in joining the Discord group where I live trade daily, I love New York session, right? I'm trying to get into the habit of waking up early enough for London session, but we do have a special offer going on right now. We're also building out a couple of bots, couple of sniper bots. We're looking at possible perpetual futures coins that could run throughout the day. So I do have a team working on this for you guys daily. Like I said, live trading sessions, you get full access to the course. You can access whenever, right? You don't just have that month period of time. You can even get private one-on-one Zoom sessions with me for coaching with anything you need help with. Just schedule it in my Zoom calendar. So check it out on the link down below. All right, this is exactly what you are getting when you get lifetime access from our Smart Trades Discord group for Insider Circle. I am cutting it down to $497 lifetime access. That means anything we build out in the future, any videos I do, any new courses I upload to WAP, you will get. Trust me, I have full-on courses planned ahead for what I plan on doing with this group. So if you want lifetime access, this is available for the next 50 people, but just $497 instead of our regular $14.95 price. So that is up to you if you would like to join our live trading sessions. Like I said, I don't believe in signals, guys. I will post my trades. I will tell you exactly what I'm thinking. I will show you during live trading, what to expect for the day. But I want you guys to actually learn, study trading, and get better at it to become a profitable trader. That is the goal of my group. You cannot rely on other people's time zones and random signals out there on random coins you don't even know about to be a profitable trader. You need to actually learn how to read the charts and get good at this. And that is exactly what we are teaching in our Smart Trades Discord group. So check it out below. And please let me know your favorite confluences you look at for trading and if it's something I should be looking at as well. Talk to you soon.